and good morning. This is Tina Bradford with Mortgage Coach, one of the national trainers. Want to start by doing a little house cleaning, wanting to make sure that you can see and hear me okay for today. So if you can, down there in that little chat box on that lower right corner, just put in there if you can see or hear me and where you're from. Thank you, Erin. Wanting to get a few more. Where are you guys from? I'm in sunny or not so sunny. Can you see my screen that says the Modern Mortgage Experience? Perfect. That is where we are. We are going to start off today and just see if there's anyone on here that came with a question that wants something answered. So if you came in here with a question already, let me know down in that box. Go ahead and click on there and let me know what that question is. This time is supposed to be for you guys, so if there's something you need to know, can't figure out, problems you're having, let me know down there in that box. All right, does not look like there's anything that you guys really need to know at this time. At any time, jump in. I'm watching that question box. Jump in with any questions you have. Today, I really want to help you guys with marketing. I have a marketing background, and I also was an originator. So I understand that this is one of the most important aspects of your business. Ideally, when people think mortgage, they think your name. And that's what we want to help create. So I have dropped in the handout a couple of different documents, creating a video business card doc, which actually has a few different things in there, and then my PowerPoint. So let's start with that PowerPoint. So one moment, and let me open that up. If it's going to open. Okay, it does not look like it likes this machine. So let's go in really quick and set it up. Sorry about this delay. I should have checked that before I came in here. But we can also open up our Word doc, which has pretty much the same information in there. Okay, here is our Word doc. And basically, this is the information I am giving you guys to help build yourself. I recommend going in there and saving the presentation, at least the Word doc, for yourself. The PowerPoint presentation has the same information. It's just not covered as in detail. So let's go down to the first section. And the first section I'm covering is creating a business card. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring up, let's see if the video, can you guys see me on video? So go ahead and let me know if that video came up for you guys. Perfect. Great. Melissa, no, it should be over there in that box. Great. Okay. So when you're creating a video of any type, there's a few things that you really want to do. First, you want to make sure that you feel comfortable. Couple of little secrets that you can do. Keep a great jacket at your office or a nice sweater, some jewelry that you really like, something that makes you feel that you look your best. If you always have that at your office, you're always going to be video ready. Next, we use lighting here in our studio that brings out the great highlights that I add with my makeup. So you want to make sure that if you're going to be videoing, that you buy some equipment. And we're going to go through equipment at the end, but there are a few things that I'll suggest that are a little on the cheaper side that you guys can purchase for yourselves. Let's start with the video card. And when you're doing this, you want to create your total cost analysis, your rent-to-own, whichever one you want to focus on. I'm suggesting today's market, let's work with the rent-to-own. So when you go over, we're going to go ahead and pull this. Let me make this a little smaller to start with. If it lets me. It's been a little not very nice to me lately. And I'm just going to make this a little smaller so I can do both at the same time. I love my big screen. And so when you go into your Edge, and you might already have one that you already like, that you've used for marketing, and if you have a presentation you really like, you can use that. And I'm not going to build today because I really want to spend time on helping you market yourself. So once you log in, I just created a marketing piece this morning. So it's a little slow today, but we'll get there. Okay, I'm going to use this rent versus own. So I'm going to double click on that rent versus own and go to presentation. And let's actually go one more, just let it relax, and to the preview section. So once you're on that preview section, you have that choice to generate a link. I typically like using my cell phone, and I'll show you why. When I do these, I'm going to turn the monitor picture off really quick because I'm going to bring my cell phone over. And I have so many devices here in the office. So once I bring that over, I'm going to add audio video. But I'm going to come and go back a step on here. So we're going to cancel out here. And I'm going to make sure that I'm in the same presentation. So I want that rent to own, and video. The reason why I want the same presentation is because I want to be able to hold this in front of the presentation. Now when I look at the screen to explain the presentation, I'm actually looking like I'm looking at the camera. So that's a little secret for you guys. So when you look at the screen, it looks like you're looking at the camera. Once you're here, few things you want to cover. First off, you want to make sure that you state your name and state your company's name. If you're working with anyone really closely, any of your people on your team, you might want to state your teams. While you're working with me, you might get to work with Angela, who does this, or so-and-so, who does the processing, and let them know the team that you're working with, because then they're feeling like they're working with that group of people versus an individual. And when those people call them on the phone, now they know who they are. Quickly go over the information on here. Because this is a video card that is for marketing, keep it around 2 minutes. We don't want it too long. So looking at your screen, when you're ready, you just push on that button, which I'm going to go right here, which is record. Clicking on that record button, all of a sudden it starts recording. Ticker is up there in the corner right here. So you'll go, "Hi, this is Tina Bradford with ABC Mortgage, and I just wanted to come to you to let you know some great products in the market right now. What I'm showing you is a rent versus own analysis. This shows you that it might be cheaper for you in today's market to purchase because rent does increase 3 to 5% in the market every year based on where you live. What you have in front of you is in that upper left-hand corner, you have your rent-to-own actual number calculations. If you want to know the closing cost, you can click on that More Information button, and it'll bring you into another window. And you can see how I just go through each one nice and slow so they can see exactly what it is that you're talking about. You want to mention, I've been in the business for this many years, and this is only one example that we can give you. However, I can build and know the products that are good in your market. I can build you guys an FHA loan. I can personalize it to your needs of your family. Feel warm, inviting. The energy that you give to the phone is the energy that you are able to get back. Also, using your phone is a better quality video than using the camera on the computer. So I'm going to place you guys up here in one of our mini devices we have. This is actually one of the holders. And move this over here. So let's go through the points on here. And I don't want to stop the video because then it'll stop me in some, I'm sure, weird facial kind of thing. And just want to check that if there's any questions at this time. Anything you guys want to ask about the video. While you guys are typing in, if you have any questions, let's go over creating the video. So, and one of my secrets, even when I do presentations, I like having a video over here of myself. It reminds me to smile. So smiling is one of the most important things. If you're a little kooky, if you always say certain words, use that on your video because that's your personality and allow it to come across. So we brought up the presentation, and it was a pretty simple total cost analysis. And then we went over to the videoing. I named myself, I named my company, I have so many years in the industry, and then specialties. When I worked in the business, I worked mostly with jumbo loans. So I would say I love working in the jumbo loan market. However, I've also done, down payment assistance, because when you're too specific, you don't want to close someone out and make them think that you can't meet their needs. So make sure that it's kind of a broad range, but if you're really good at something, let them know. I'm really good at reading tax returns for those jumbo markets. I've done up to 11 tax returns at one time on a loan, which was absolutely nuts, but we closed the loan. So then you mention your goals over the years, what you've done. On this one, the example is, over the years, taking out a mortgage has become a scary thought. And so I want to ensure you that all the information you want is covered in the presentation. So let them know you're here to educate. Also, make sure that they feel that you're warm and inviting. And then at the end, this is the most important part, call me now. Like, don't wait. Let's set up an appointment immediately because my calendar books up and so does yours. Let's make this a priority in your life. So if you do not ask for the business, you do not get the business. And that was one of the things that made me more successful in the very beginning, is when I first came into working in the industry, I was totally green. I was a housewife, stay-at-home mom for 10 years and went out into the market. And I remember working with a mortgage coach, a success coach that just happened to be someone I knew. And he said, Tina, your advantage is that you are green and you don't know better. Go into the realtor's office, do things that might break the rules a little bit, but always smile and be very welcoming. And it worked. People would welcome me in. So you want to make sure and use those things to your advantage. So let's move on over to the next screen. And the next one is an open house video. And I did bring in my iPad. This is a must. If you're doing open houses and you have Mortgage Coach, you need an iPad or a laptop that you can set and you feel comfortable setting it in that front entranceway or setting it in that kitchen and letting it run. So if I go in here and I log in, and give me one quick second because I've already logged in, it shouldn't take long. I think the bigger issue is I don't provide a lot of electricity, so it takes me clicking on a button a million times before it actually goes. And I'm going to bring up my cost of waiting analysis that I have, but I'm going to bring it up as a rent versus own. So once I bring it up here on the screen, I'm going to show you the screen instead of me. Lighting's a little bright. The client has the disclosure.
Good morning. The video that I'm showing you.
And it automatically comes up.
The cost of waiting versus renting.
So the other one that I have on here that I really like is, let's go back one more, our open house. And I don't know if you guys have done several presentations in an open house or not. But if you have, you will see on here that there are two lines. The first one is if it's a client with a single presentation. The second one is if you've done more than one open house with that client. Eric, I've done more than one. So I'm going to click on Eric and then view report.
Hello.
And your picture is automatically brought down here into the presentation. So having this set up somewhere where they're going to see, I also have that already looped and ready. So when I go into my open house, that presentation is already, it talks about, you know, click on the net monthly payment and it'll show up a couple of different products. Make sure the products are suitable for the home that you're in. And the summary, when you bring that up, it shows you the actual summary of, hold on, I'm bringing it up there for you. The summary of those products. So we're going to go back. And this is a great home in Kansas City. And the great thing about this also is you are co-branded. So your realtor and you are both on this product. But let's talk about the video. I'm going to go over and check really quick for questions. Still no questions. So we're going to go back over here on creating the home video or open house video and go through what we want to do. First, make sure that you are